Hi, I'm Elaine. Welcome to Top Tip Tuesday on my Stamp with Elaine Facebook page. Today's top tip is on how to get this two-toned effect on the bird. And I'm going to do this with the help of a Stamparatus. And if you're new to Stampin' Up and you don't know what this tool is, the Stamparatus is a stamp positioning tool. It was developed by Stampin' Up a couple of years ago, and it's unique in that there are two open sides here, so you can use any size paper. You're not just restricted to a 7 by 7 inch piece, which is the same size as the platform. It also has two corners, adjacent corners with hinges on it, so that you can attach your acrylic platforms, which has etched grid on it as well, into the hinged areas. Now you can only use the plate one at a time. You shouldn't have both plates on because, as you can see, it won't shut and you will damage your Stamparatus, or you'll damage the plates. When it comes to storing the tool, you can have one plate in like that and then place the other one on top. It has a grid. This is in metric and also imperial. And there's a clear acrylic plate on top to protect it, so that the grid paper will never rub off. And you can wipe it clean. It also comes with a foam mat, which is a adapter for photopolymer stamps, because photopolymer stamps are clear and it doesn't have a cushion, whereas the red rubber stamps do. Underneath there are two magnets. I've stored this one away, I'm only using one, and you can wrap washi tape around it so it's easier to pick up. There is a metal plate under this grid so that the magnet is attracted to it and will keep your paper in situ while you're stamping. A word of caution: the magnets are very, very strong, and so you want to have them as far apart from each other as possible. If you don't, they're so strong they will attract each other, and in some cases it can cause you an injury, or it can break. The advantage of having two acrylic plates as well is that these are your stamping surfaces to attach your stamps to. So potentially you have four surfaces to attach your stamps with. We also have a grid paper pad for it, sized just for the Stamparatus. It is two-sided. You can use the inch one on the back, or you can use the metric. And I'm an inches girl, so I prefer working in imperial. The Stamparatus has been with us for 2 years now, so they've done some additional accessories. This is the luxury deluxe stamping pad, so there's a plasticky type thing with a grid on it that you can wipe clean. So you can use that and substitute it for the one that came with your machine and use this one. So let's get started. Now I've already set up my Stamparatus. I've pre-stamped the partridge. That was the one I originally stamped, and so I've die cut that, and now I can cut blanks and then pop my blank in there. And the advantages using a Stamparatus is that it will keep your cardstock in the same position, so you need the magnet for that to put onto the cardstock so it won't move. And then I'll stamp in the lighter colour first. Now, in case you're wondering where this comes from, it's from the Arrange a Wreath stamp set. So I shall put that underneath to balance my lid, and then ink it up in crumb cake, which is the lighter ink, and stamp. clean the stamp, then I can ink it up with the darker colour, which is soft suede. Then I'm going to lift this up, and with the chamois I'm going to remove the ink on the partridge's breast. Okay, and insert it back in and stamp again. So that's how you do a two-toned bird. If you haven't got a Stamparatus tool yet, it's something to consider, because if you're making lots and lots of Christmas cards, the process is so much speedier, because you can set up your Stamparatus and your plate to stamp multiple card fronts, and it will all be in the same position. So this is my partridge, and that's how I did the two-tone in it. You can cut loads and loads of blanks, just pop it in your template, and then you're good to go, and you can stamp again and again and again. So that's my top tip for today. Thanks for joining me, and I'll be back tomorrow with another video. Bye!